My name's Joey Taylor, and I'm an actor. I started off mostly in theater, musical theater to be exact, and then I have moved on to film and television. I've lived in LA for about 9 years now, a little over 9 years, from when I originally moved there, and I've worked as an extra in plenty of film, television, commercials, and then I moved on and was a extras casting director for about 4.5 years. And now I'm pursuing my acting career in film and television. My role for Ancova Empowerment Project is a faculty member, and for the most part, in the different sessions we've had with the kids, I've worked as an acting coach of sorts. For one of the sessions, we did a live theater project where it was more improv of just them dealing with bullying situations. For the short film for this session, I came in, got to work with them on how to set up camera, how to interact with the camera, how you look, different things like that, and just how different it is acting in front of the camera is from how different it is from theater. So that was fun working with the kids in that sense. And yeah, so I would say I'm a faculty acting coach for Ancova Empowerment Project. Just this past year in February, I believe it was, I became a board member for Ancova Empowerment Project. And my role within that is to, we're part of policy making. I would say my part is to help with fundraising, getting marketing Ancova Empowerment Project within this community, getting the word out, just building it up so people are more aware of what this great project is for the community. So as I grow in the acting community within LA, Hollywood, nationally, whatever you want, I would say how I can help the board is there's more connections I'll have. I may be able to bring in, hopefully, fingers crossed, I can bring in more people for faculty type positions, workshops. It also opens up financial things for Ancova as I move and connect and grow as an actor myself and move up in the ranks. Working with at-risk kids through Ancova Empowerment Project, I would say, is actually a fun time because all of them are wild cards in the best possible way. You never know what you're gonna get with them, and I think those are the most fun people to work with. That's when you can really, that's where most artists are like that. They're out of left field, you're never gonna get the same thing twice from them, and that's always so fun to work with those types of people. And I think they bring so much more to the table because they not only are, sometimes marching to the beat of their own drum in a sense, but they're hungry to learn, and they're ready they want to know more in these different projects that we've done with them in the live theater, in the film project. They're hungry for this because A, they may not have had this opportunity otherwise, and B, they're just having fun. So they're artists in their own sense, and they're growing, and they're just a good time because you never know what you're gonna get with them, and that's what I appreciate about them. What I think Dave brings to the board and what he brings for Ancova, and this is his brainchild as well, is what other people in this area cannot bring. And that's the only thing Dave can bring is his knowledge of music, and whether it be instrumental, whether it be vocally, all over. He has an extreme knowledge musically. He has a huge knowledge for film, television, the arts in general, and you don't get that from anybody else in this town, or in this area, I should say, not just Scottsbluff. So he has that passion, that focus, and then he can bring that, and he can bring that out in kids. He did that with me. I worked with Dave when I was younger. He helped me film my audition video for college. I've worked with him vocally. I've worked with him on different projects, and he does know how to bring stuff out in people that normally other people wouldn't be able to do. And then he has that vast knowledge on top of that. So He's the perfect leader of Ancova, if you want to call it that, but it's also his brainchild. It's his baby. I think one of the motto for Ancova Empowerment Project, where it speaks to empowering young people in a challenging world, that word empowerment is so important because that's one of the biggest things that they learn with this project. They learn teamwork. Just watching the kids when I helped with the film project, they had to work together. Though one's acting, one is setting up the camera. They all had their roles, but they all had to come together. And that's huge. And then with this project, I'm speaking mostly to the film project, they get to learn about marketing and putting it out there to the people and making it something that people want to do and thinking about that aspect of it. And when that all comes in and then you bring back also the artistic side and you combine that with the empowerment, that's huge for these kids. They're learning something that sometimes school doesn't necessarily teach them, and something they're learning in a different way and in a fun way. They're learning to work with adults in a less traditional sense, where we're working on different projects that they normally would in school. And then they're learning self-esteem and their self-worth. And they're learning they can be great in these other capacities that they normally maybe wouldn't have the opportunity to do. And with the working together, these are all kids from very different backgrounds. All of them. They're coming from different, and they may not have interacted together, period, to start from, but this project brings them together. And most of them, what I've seen in each group that I've worked with, they become friends. They become good friends. And that's so important. And on top of the artistic projects they get to work on, you add all of that in, and the arts itself are such great self-esteem boosters that they can be. And I think that's one of the most important things with Ancova Empowerment Project. Bringing these kids together, building them up, knowing that they have self-worth, and building them up in this world. And that's what we're trying to do with it.